Hello, welcome back to the Hellcat Pilot channel, where we bring you fun and education via a muscle car and a jet airplane. Today we are in Destin, Florida. This is the Destin Executive Airport. It's the little tiny strip right out on the basically the chain of islands that sit off Florida there in the Panhandle where Destin is. And we're getting ready to depart and take the airplane back to, this airplane's actually going to Georgetown, Kentucky, popular destination in some of my videos. There's 4 or 5 premier jets that live there at that airport that I fly. Pretty short flight. It's just over an hour. They just finished fueling us, and we're gonna go in and get our clearance and head to Georgetown. Empty airplane today, so I'll be able to talk to you a little bit. Maybe shut the cameras off after we get up to altitude, so I don't have to, you don't have to listen to me mumbling while wearing the oxygen mask. But the pre-flight's done. We're just gonna get in the cockpit here and get a clearance. Thanks for joining me today. And if this is your first time here to the channel, subscribe. We do stuff like this a lot, and I'm gonna be posting more frequently. I know I've been gone for a while off my channel, but there's been actually a good reason for that, and I will explain all about that once we're in the air. Destin ground, Premier 183 Delta Tango, going to 27 Kilo.
Premier 183 Delta Tango, Destin ground, you're cleared 27 Kilo Airport as filed. On departure, maintain 1,600, expect flight level 39010 minutes. Departure frequency 124.25, squawk 2644.
All right, it's as filed. Up to 1,600. We'll expect flight level 39010 minutes after. 124.25 and squawking 2644 for 3 Delta Tango.
Premier 183 Delta Tango, readback is correct.
All right, we'll get engine number 2 started here. They're moving airplanes around us. There's a car right over here on the side of us is pulling around, but they usually tend to move as soon as they hear engines starting. See our ITT temperature coming up right there. Looks good. We'll get a generator going. There we go, we're below 150 amps, so we'll get the other engine cranking. See our N2 coming up. There's 12%, I'm gonna introduce fuel. Fuel flow is going up. There goes the ITT, the inner turbine temperature. All right. We got 2 good engines running, 2 generators. Avionics are coming on. Get some environmentals. I'm gonna run through some tests here. I'm going on the headset, so I'll sound a little better.
Hello, hello. All right, so we are running our spoiler on bit check right now. While that's going, I'll plug in this flight plan. Since we didn't have a GPU today, we didn't have any power to run the avionics in the cockpit, so I'm going to be doing some extra stuff here before we roll out, and definitely before we take off anyway. This airplane has the upgraded avionics in it, so the screens look a little different, a little better, I guess you could say. Flap setting of 10 today. And we'll just put the first point in here. And we'll get the rest on the taxi. Okay. All right. Call ground control. Ground Premier 183 Delta Tango. We're down at Links, ready to taxi.
Premier 3 Delta Tango, runway 32, taxi via Alpha Taxiway.
32 via Alpha, Premier 3 Delta Tango.
Destin information, Papa's current altimeter is 299er.
And we have Papa for 3 Delta Tango. Get our altimeter set up here, 29er. I'm going to taxi down to the other end of the runway here. The other end of the airport, I should say. Initial altitude was 1,600. Which is set. Get some ref speeds in here. Not ref speeds, but we need our V1, VR, and V2 speed. And I always set a target of 140 also. So these 4 speeds are, I've explained this before in other videos, but V1 is takeoff decision speed. That's the speed rolling down the runway that if I lose an engine prior to that speed or any reason I think I can't fly the airplane or loss of directional control, something like that, I blow a tire, I know below that speed I still have enough time, or runway left, I should say, enough runway left to stop the airplane on the runway. If I'm past that speed, then I need to take the airplane in the air. Even if I've lost an engine or I'm on one tire, I blew a tire, or whatever the case may be, beyond that speed, I'm taking the airplane in the air. The next speed is VR. VR is rotation speed. That's the speed at which I will pull back on the yoke and the airplane will start flying. And the V2 is takeoff safety speed is the definition of it. And that's the speed at which I'm going to fly the airplane. If I do lose an engine and I have to take off single engine, that's the speed I'm going to maintain as I fly out on one engine. This airplane is super light right now. We have no people on board, and I'm taking just enough fuel to be legal at the place I'm going because it's kind of one of our bases and we get the fuel super cheap there. And the fuel is super expensive here, so only makes sense. So we're going to be like a rocket ship coming out of here. All right, everything is set up.
November 200 X-ray Papa, and turn left, Alpha 2, taxi to park, monitor ground, have a good night.
Left Alpha 2, monitor ground and taxi to park via Alpha.
Set the field elevation.
Have a good one.
Field elevation of 27 kilo in there. And if he's off the runway, yep. Destin Tower, Premier 183 Delta Tango is ready for departure.
Premier 183 Delta Tango, Destin Tower, runway 32, clear for takeoff, on departure, turn right, heading 030.
Clear for takeoff, runway 32, on departure, right turn, heading 030, 3 Delta Tango. All right, here we go. Bringing some lights on. Sure we turn the Wi-Fi off. This airplane has Wi-Fi in it. We don't want to burn up the customer's bill for no reason. Cleared for takeoff. All right, let's go to Kentucky. Power's coming up even.
approach Columbia 246 Victor Bravo.
Power is set.
Have the airport in sight
Airspeed's
for
alive.
runway 32, approximately 10 miles out.
There's V1.
Columbia 246 Victor Bravo, Destin Tower, report left base,
Oh
runway
yeah,
32.
it's flying great today.
Report
Yaw
left
dampers
base and
engaged.
runway 32, 6 Victor Bravo.
Waiting for about 400 feet off the ground. We can make that turn. There's 400. We'll go ahead and do it.
Tower Shark 1, up to the north with a right turn out, please.
Premier 3 Delta Tango, contact Eglin Perch, have a great flight.
Going departure 3 Delta Tango.
Shark 1, clear for takeoff Alpha taxiway northbound, right turn out approved.
Up to the north with a right turn out, approved for Shark 1.
All right. Departure Premier 183 Delta Tango is leveling 1,600 off. Executive.
Premier 183 Delta Tango, Eglin departure radar contact 2 miles north of the Destin Airport. Climb maintain 10,000, flighting tree 60.
Up to 10,000, heading north 3 Delta Tango. All right.
Premier 3 Delta Tango, you can contact approach now 125.1. Good day.
125.1, good day. 3 Delta Tango. All right, yeah, this thing's climbing like crazy today. Yeah. Go ahead and power up. Yeah, we're climbing at 5,200 feet a minute at the moment. I apologize, it appears this camera has stopped rolling. My fault. I'll fix it before we land, maybe. So the thing I wanted to tell you about, the reason why I haven't been putting many videos on the last year, maybe 14 months, which I'm going to change. Actually, I've got about 15 to 20 of them sitting on the shelf that are going to be dropping here. I'm going to be dropping them probably about 2 a month here in the year of 2020. Is when I'm making this video right now. So the reason why I've been taking the break is I've been working on a super huge project. It's possible you've seen some of the advertisements for it on Facebook or YouTube. Is where a majority of our advertising is, but it's called the Pro-Pilot Playbook, and definitely check this thing out. You can catch it at ProPilotPlaybook.com. There's also an accompanying podcast. Well, it doesn't really. The podcast doesn't coincide with the product. It does and it doesn't. But basically, this whole thing is designed to get people into a jet, into an aviation career, becoming a professional pilot in the fastest, cheapest means possible. And what I mean by that is if you were to to give you an example, if you were to just walk into your local yokel airport and say, yeah, I want to become a professional pilot, and you didn't go about it with any kind of game plan or have anybody kind of giving you some ins and outs of stuff, you could literally spend, twice as much as you should. And it could take you years to get to the point of being an airline pilot if you make a couple of bad decisions. Our entire thing here is, if you followed every step we laid out, it would save you thousands and thousands of dollars in your training and years of time.
Number 183 Delta Tango, contact Jacksonville Center 120.2.
120.2, 3 Delta Tango. For example, one of our big things, we claim that, it's not a claim, but we're set up basically...
257 November, affirmative.
Basically set up to get you into the cockpit of a jet airliner at the airlines in less than 18 months right around 35 grand. That's what the program can do for you. The program itself is an online learning course that walks you through every step of the way, every hurdle. Hang on one second. Premier 183 Delta Tango is checking in 10,000.
Number 183 Delta Tango, Jack Center, Roger. Climbing tank level 330, and I'll on course for you in just a minute.
330, 3 Delta Tango. All right, up to 33,000 feet. Here we go.
United 267, contact Houston Center 125.77.
So I'll just talk about the program for one more second here, and then we'll get back to some flying stuff. But the main thing with the Pro-Pilot Playbook is, I've been doing this for 25 years. I've flown for 2 different airlines, 4 different charter companies, and throughout my career, there have been several times, several little hurdles, or this decision led to that decision, or somebody told me to do this, or man, if only I would have known that. There's been too many little tiny things like that throughout my career that just made me want to make something. And it started off with being just like maybe a technical checklist of how to get from A to B in your career as fast as possible, but it turned into so much more. This thing has got almost 9 hours of video content, multiple downloads, even like what gear you need, what gear you don't need. We provide a specific step-by-step strategy to basically, take control of your local FBO. Direct Tango, 3 Delta Tango. There's even examples of resumes in there. Like what your resume should look like. You can even copy it verbatim. It's a Word file. You can make your own resume. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff in there. Like I said, check it out, propilotplaybook.com. And if nothing else, we're dropping a lot of knowledge about the career and becoming a pilot faster and cheaper. The whole mission is enabling pilots to become faster and cheaper. And you can get all of that information, not all of it, but you can you can get a lot of information just by checking out the podcast. And anywhere you get your podcast, either on the Apple app or Google Play Store or Spotify or whatever, it's just the Pro-Pilot Playbook. Pro-Pilot Playbook podcast. But anyway, enough about that. Currently, we are climbing through. We're climbing through 19,700 feet. There's 20,000 feet on our way to 33,000 feet, and we are northbound to Kentucky. So I just brought these people into Florida, and we had a 125 knot crosswind slash a little bit of a quartering headwind. It's supposed to be a tailwind on the way to Kentucky here, or more of a tailwind than I had of a headwind on the way down anyway, if that makes sense. So yeah, we should get to Kentucky pretty quick here. There we are, 24,500. We're going up to 33,000. I've got it set at 2,000 foot a minute climb rate. There's 25,000. You see our speed is 232 knots right now. And the little pink line, well, it disappeared right now. That little pink line, that pops out now, it's going below. That's called the trend line. That's where the airspeed will be in 10 seconds from right now. So you can see in this screen, if you can see this, where the nose is, what is that? 25 degrees off. We're flying like a 25 degree crab angle for this wind. Although it is, a little bit. Let's just pull this up real quick and see what the wind says here. We have a screen in here that'll tell us exactly what it is. So the wind is 251. 251 degrees at 127 knots. So based on our heading,
American 602.
that gives us a tailwind of 27
American
knots, a
602,
component of
Colorado.
27 knots. So it's actually helping us on the way home, which is good. That's a good deal. All right, there's 31,000 feet. I am going to adjust some lights here in the cockpit, figure out what happened to this other camera, and get my oxygen mask on. And what I'm going to do is check it back in. I'm going to get the cameras rolling again right on our approach into Georgetown, so you can see the approach. The weather's good there, but it'll be a nice night landing. Georgetown has very, very crappy lighting. There's some lights that are trying to blind you at that airport when you're coming in on approach or taxiing, and then there's other lights that are just not able to be seen. They just, I don't know if they don't maintain them or it's just old equipment or what's the deal, but horrible lighting at that airport. Anyway, we'll check back in with you here momentarily. We'll see you in a minute. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. We are in our descent into Georgetown, Kentucky. We're going to get some weather here. I already saw it on my uplink through ForeFlight and the Stratus box, but we're going to listen to the actual
Alpha contact Washington Center 134.4.
the actual ATIS here. Georgetown is an uncontrolled airport, so there's no tower. It's a non-towered airport, so we just
34.
will make radio calls into the blind.
3467.
And there's not going to be anybody there anyway. But let's listen to some weather here.
Georgetown, Scott County Regional Airport.
Automated weather observation.
Just get this real quick and we'll call the controller.
13 Zulu weather wind 230 at Niner visibility 10 ceiling 4,600 overcast temperature 4 Celsius dew point -0 altimeter 2981.
Ceiling is 4,400 overcast, and the wind is favoring. They have runway 21 and 3.
527 Echo Whiskey.
So we're going to land runway 21. I asked the controller to get us low enough to get the visual, which shouldn't be a problem. So we're coming down to 6,000. We'll get an altimeter setting here, 2981. Do some descent checks. Some of our high altitude stuff stowed, like windshield heat. We'll get some more lights on. And we're in a really high descent angle. Since we're empty, I decided to stay up longer and save fuel.
Turn left heading 270.
So we're in a 3,900 foot per minute descent, 4,000 feet a minute, which is
Envoy 37.
it's a little steep for passengers in this airplane. Not every airplane, but this airplane, you really feel this kind of descent angle in it if you're a passenger. I mean, we're pretty far nose down. We're about 8 degrees, 8 degrees nose down.
Descend at 3,200, Endeavor 5097.
All right, so we're going to use some spoilers to help slow us down a little bit too, since we're
Endeavor 3790.
really coming up here. We don't want to
maintain 3,200 till established on a
speed
local
limit below 10,000 is 250 knots. So we're raising the nose, throwing some spoilers in.
Envoy 5097, present heading 3,200.
There we go, and we'll continue that descent.
Okay, from Endeavor 5097, present heading, and 3,200 to establish, we're clear for the ILS 5097.
Cool.
And departure Piedmont 4978, 2,500 for 6,000 runway heading.
Piedmont 4978, Lexington departure. Good evening, radar contact.
All right, the airport's only 5 miles away.
And turn left on course direct Skyway.
All right, 10,000 left on course, direct sky with Piedmont
What I'm
4978.
going to do is put an approach in for us. We use the RNAV Zulu 21 as a backup to our visual.
November 3 Delta Tango, you want me to vector you out to the east and back around for the downwind for 2-1?
If you could just get us a little lower, I mean, we could get the airport inside, I'm sure.
3 Delta Tango, roger. Just going to maintain 5,000.
Okay, 5,000. I don't know if that's going to do it. They're calling 4,400. No way you could do 4,000?
Yeah, I got traffic right underneath you. Expect that in 2 more miles.
Roger. Oh, we're getting some icing here, so I'm going to turn on some stuff here. Get all our engine heats, wing heats.
November 3 Delta Tango, descend and maintain 3,000.
3,000, 3 Delta Tango. All right, we're going to pass right over top the airport, unfortunately.
Departure Piedmont 4978, just out the
The way
airport.
he,
bases are about 5,000.
Piedmont 4970, roger. And there has been some light Rime reported in the clouds. Tops reported at 7, and contact.
You have a good one, Piedmont 4978.
November 7 Echo Whiskey, contact.
And of course, we're not going to see the airport because he just passed us right over top of it.
Yes, sir. Have a good night. Endeavor 5097, contact tower 119.1. Zip.
Going over the tower 191.
So, that was just what happens when you have a piece of traffic that's going to mess you up right over top the airport. So now, not that we didn't have to go up this way anyway, so we're going to swing right around. All right, we're out of the ice. We'll kill all this ice heat. Approach 3 Delta Tango. We're in visual conditions. You can just let us pull a 180 here. We'll get it in sight.
Number 3 Delta Tango, roger, turn left heading 1, or your discretion, fly heading 190.
Heading 190, 3 Delta Tango. All right, so we're going to flip it around here. Maybe. On airplane. There we go. There's no sense in going fast now either, so. We're slowing down. You can see the airport. If you're looking at this screen here, you can see the airport over here. I put the approach in. So what we're doing is we're turning around. I'm going to put us right on this final approach. And there's the runway 21 we're shooting for. And I got the airport in sight. Lexington approach, Premier 183 Delta Tango has the field in sight.
Number 3 Delta Tango, roger, cleared visual approach into Georgetown. Cancel IFR this freaking air on the ground. Reach us on 127425.
Yeah, we'll just cancel with you now. 3 Delta Tango.
3 Delta Tango, cancellation received, and change order advisory, no traffic reserved between you and the airport. Good night.
Good night. All right, we are canceled. Do some landing checklists here. Runway might be kind of hard to see in the forward-facing camera, just due to the lighting, as I was talking about before. And right now the lights are on bright. We'll leave them on bright till the last minute so you can get an idea of what everything looks like here. Georgetown traffic, Premier 3 Delta Tango. We are lining up. We're going to be about a 5-mile final, runway 21, Georgetown. Actually, not even 5 miles. All right, landing checklist. We've got lights.
1,000.
Our lift dump is unlocked. Our ignitions are on. All of our de-icing is stowed. Get some flaps start working in. Landing gear coming down. All right, we got 3 green, no red. There's our runway. Starting to get pretty bumpy. That wind is, we're showing 22 knots down the nose right now. We're saying 10 knots on the field. The airplane is super light, so it's going to be very susceptible to any kind of
500
bumps. All right, we got 3 green, no red. We got 20 degrees of flaps. Go ahead and mix in our final flaps are coming in. Landing checklist is complete. Georgetown traffic, Premier Jet, 1 mile final, runway 21, Georgetown. Oh yeah, it's windy. Bring these lights down. I'm going to click the lights down using my mic. There we go. Of course, the Pappy is still bright, blinding us. There's ref. Yaw damps away. All right. We are here. Lift dump is deployed. Decelerating. Avionics off.
Leads, generators, master. Welcome to Georgetown, Kentucky. Brr, it's cold here compared to Florida. Woo, and windy. All right, so thanks for flying along with me today. Remember, subscribe if you haven't been here. Check out the Pro-Pilot-Playbook.com if you were interested in becoming a pilot, ever thought about becoming a pilot. Not even if you want to become professional. I mean, even if you just want to get your private pilot's license, still oodles and oodles of great information in there. Also, check out the podcast, the Pro-Pilot Playbook podcast, wherever you get your podcast from. Thanks for joining me today. Subscribe, stick around. Can't wait to, I love doing stuff like this. Plan on doing a lot more. Thanks, guys.